Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourself, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost in Okotro and important anniversaries, a spiritual and historical insight of 21st December 2024, Saturday, Bengali date, 5ই পৌষ 1431. As per Benimadov Silponjika, today's Tithi is Krishna Sosti and up to 1358 hours and after that Krishna Saptami. Today is Nakshatra, is Moga Nakshatra and up to 0607 hours and after that Purva Falguni Nakshatra. Today is 356th day of the year. There are then 10 days left in 2024. Today is 51st Saturday of 2024. Today is winter solstice day, shortest day of the year. The solstice is an astronomical event that happens twice, once in summer and once in winter. Each year when the sun reaches its highest position in the sky as seen from the north or south pole. During solstices, the tilt of the axis of the earth with respect to the sun is the maximum at 23 degree 26 minutes. Solstices occur on 20th or 21st June and 21st or 22nd December each year. During summer, the day of the solstice is the longest day of the year, and during winter, the day of the solstice is the shortest day of the year. During June, it is summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. In other words, on June solstice, it is summer time in the UK, the USA, Canada, Russia, India, and China, and it is the longest day of the year, while it is winter time in Australia, Argentina, Chile, New Zealand, South Africa, and it is the shortest day of the year. Similarly, during December, it is winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. In other words, during December solstice, it is winter time in the UK, the USA, Canada, Russia, India, and China, and it is the shortest day of the year. While it is summer time in Australia, Argentina, Chile, New Zealand, and South Africa, and it is the longest day of the year. To avoid any confusion, solstices are preferably referred to as June solstice, northern solstice, and December solstice, southern solstice. Winter solstice is also known as hibernal solstice. In Hindu astrology, winter solstice is known as tropical Uttarayana. However, sidereal Uttarayana starts from Makara Sankranti. From this day onwards, Devakal starts, which is good to start auspicious work. Today is World Sari Day. An effort has been made to recognize and celebrate the elegance of this traditional clothing on World Sari Day. It is observed every year on December 21. Saris are among the most exquisite, graceful, and beautiful gifts made by Indian artisans and handed down through the ages. Today is International Dalek Remembrance Day. International Dalek Remembrance Day is celebrated on December 21st each year by fans of the BBC's Doctor Who. The day is a tribute to the Daleks, a fictional alien race of cyborgs that are the main enemies of the show's protagonist. The Daleks first appeared on December 21, 1963 in a seven-part serial titled The Daleks. Today is World Snowboard Day. World Snowboard Day is celebrated annually on December 21st, bringing together snowboarding enthusiasts worldwide to honor the sport's rich history and vibrant culture. The origins of snowboarding trace back to the 1960s when Sherman Poppen, an engineer from Michigan, crafted a snowboard for his daughter by fastening two skis together. Innovative creation quickly gained popularity, leading to its mass production and the emergence of snowboarding as a recognized sport. World Snowboard Day was established in 2006 by Hiroshima and the World Snowboard Federation (WSF) to celebrate and promote snowboarding culture globally. The day involves various events and activities organized by federations, brands, schools, resorts, shops, associations, and riders offering opportunities for both beginners and seasoned snowboarders to engage with the sport. Today's death anniversary of Dr. James Parkinson. James Parkinson was an English surgeon, apothecary, geologist, dendrologist, and political activist. He is best known for his 1817 work and essay on the shaking palsy, in which he was the first to describe paralysis agitans, a condition that would later be renamed Parkinson's disease by Jean Martin Charcot. Today is death anniversary of Mr. A. Scott Fitzgerald, 24 September 1896 to 21st December 1940. Francis Scott Key Fitzgerald, widely known simply as Scott Fitzgerald, was an American novelist, essayist, and short story writer, best known for his novels depicting the flamboyance and excess of the Jazz Age, a term he popularized in his short story collection Tales of the Jazz Age. During his lifetime, he published four novels, four story collections, and 164 short stories. Although he achieved temporary popular success and fortune in the 1920s, Fitzgerald received critical acclaim only after his death and is now widely regarded as one of the greatest American writers of the 20th century. Born into a middle-class family in Saint Paul, Minnesota, Fitzgerald was raised primarily in New York State, attended Princeton University, where he befriended future literary critic Edmund Wilson. Owing to a failed romantic relationship with Chicago socialite Ginevra King, he dropped out in 1917 to join the United States Army during World War One. While stationed in Alabama, he met Zelda Saire, a Southern debutante who belonged to Montgomery's exclusive country club set. Although she initially rejected Gerard's marriage proposal due to his lack of financial prospects, Zelda agreed to marry him after he published the commercially successful Side of Paradise 1920. The novel became a cultural sensation and cemented his reputation as one of the eminent writers of this decade. Second novel, The Beautiful and the Damned, 1922, propelled him further into the cultural elite. To maintain his affluent lifestyle, he wrote numerous stories for popular magazines such as the Saturday Evening Post, Collier's Weekly, and Esquire. During this period, Fitzgerald frequented Europe, where he befriended modern history writers and artists of the lost generation expatriated community, including Ernest Hemingway. Third novel, The Great Gatsby, 1925, received generally favorable reviews but was a commercial failure, selling fewer than 23,000 copies in its first year. Despite its lackluster debut, The Great Gatsby is now hailed by some literary critics as the great American novel. Following the deterioration of his wife's mental health and her placement in a mental institute for schizophrenia, Fitzgerald completed his final novel, Tender is the Night, 1934. Struggling financially because of the declining popularity of his works during the Great Depression, Fitzgerald moved to Hollywood, where he embarked upon an unsuccessful career as a screenwriter. While living in Hollywood, he cohabited with columnist Stella Graham, his final companion before his death. After a long struggle with alcoholism, he attained sobriety only to die of a heart attack in 1940 at 44. His friend Edmund Wilson edited and published an unfinished fifth novel, The Last Tycoon, 1941. After Fitzgerald's death in 1993, a new edition was published as The Love of the Last Tycoon, edited by Matthew J. Broccoli. Today's death anniversary of Mr. Edwin Gerhard Krebs, 6th June 1918 to 21st December 2009. Edwin Gerhard Krebs was an American biochemist. He received the Albert Lasker Award for Basic Medical Research and the Louisa Gross Horwich Prize of Columbia University in 1989, together with Alfred Gilman and together with his collaborator Edmund H. Fisher was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1992 for describing how reversible phosphorylation works as a switch to activate proteins and regulate various cellular processes. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Bruce McCandless to 8th June 1937 to 21st December 2017. Bruce McCandless, who was an American Navy officer and aviator, electrical engineer, and NASA astronaut. In 1984, during the first of his two space shuttle missions, he completed the first untethered spacewalk by using the manned maneuvering unit. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Robert M. Solow, 23rd August 1924 to 21st December 2023. Robert Merton Solow was an American economist and Nobel laureate whose work on the theory of economic growth culminated in the exogenous growth model named after him. Institute Professor Emeritus of Economics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he was a professor from 1949 on. He was awarded the John Bates Clark Medal in 1961, the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences in 1987, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014. Four of his PhD students, George Akerlof, Joseph Stiglitz, Peter Diamond, and William Nordhaus, later received Nobel Memorial Prizes in Economic Sciences in their own right. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Hermann Joseph Muller, 21st December 1890 to April 1967. Hermann Joseph Muller was an American geneticist who was awarded the 1946 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for the discovery that mutations can be induced by X-rays. Muller warned of long-term dangers of radioactive fallout from nuclear war and the nuclear testing, which resulted in greater public scrutiny of these practices. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Heinrich Theodor Boll, 21st December 1917 to 16 July 1985. Heinrich Theodor Boll was a German writer, considered one of Germany's foremost post-World War II writers. Boll received the George Butcher Prize in 1967 and the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1972. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Florence Griffith Joyner, 21st December 1959 to 21st September 1998. Florence Dolores Griffith Joyner, also known as Lojo, was an American track and field athlete and the fastest woman ever recorded. She set all records in 1988 for the 100 meter and 200 meter. During the late 1980s, she became a popular figure due to both her record-setting athleticism and eclectic personal style. Griffith Joyner was born and raised in California. She was athletic from a young age and began running at track meets as a child. While attending California State University, Northridge, and the University of California, Los Angeles, she continued to compete in track and field. While still in college, she qualified for the 100 meter 1980 Olympics but did not compete due to the US boycott. She made her Olympic debut 4 years later, winning a silver medal in the 200-meter distance at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. At the 1988 US Olympics trials, Griffith set a new world record in the 100-meter sprint. She won three gold medals at the 1988 Olympics. In February 1989, Griffith Joyner abruptly retired from athletics. He remained a pop culture figure through endorsement deals, acting, and designing. In 1998, at age 38, she died in her sleep during an epileptic seizure caused by a birth defect. Griffith Joyner is buried at the El Toro Memorial Park in Lake Forest. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Frank Billings Kellogg, 22nd December 1856 to 21st December 1937. Frank Billings Kellogg was an American lawyer, politician, and statesman who served at the U.S. Senate and as U.S. Secretary of State. He co-authored the Kellogg-Briand Pact, for which he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1929. Thank you very much for your patience.